I am so freaking bored. Nothing to do today. Guess I'll sit around and masturbate. Wait a minute, that's not how that goes, is it? It's your boy Half Click up here, coming at you on my Friday, leaving the office, and it looks like the time is, you know, starting to change to the point where we got a little bit of daylight going on, man. Sun just set, beautiful evening, a little chilly, but that's all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize to you guys because towards the end of my last video I mentioned that I was gonna get a bunch of footage, or not a bunch, I said I was going to get a little bit of footage from the 2018 IMS, the motorcycle show here in Dallas. Well, admittedly, I didn't get a dang piece of footage, not even a picture. And you know what? I was okay with that. I decided to just thoroughly enjoy myself, man. Me and the kids and the wife, and you know, I didn't even bother busting the camera out. I did have a camera with me, I just didn't bother. I don't know. And so, I mean, the show was fairly awesome as usual. I say as usual, I've only been to it twice now. But last year it was pretty awesome, and this year was no exception. But there was a little bit of oddity. Yamaha wasn't there. Now, Yamaha was there last year, but one of the weird things is that Honda wasn't there last year. Now this year Honda was there, but Yamaha wasn't there. It's kind of strange. It's like they, it's almost like they swapped places. I don't know how that works for those manufacturers. But other than that, there were some new manufacturers there. When I say new, I mean manufacturers that weren't there last year. This year, MV Agusta was there, and Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield was actually there. Oh, you know, now that I think about it, another manufacturer that was not there this year, that was there last year, is Ducati. Ducati did not have a presence there this year. See, that's, I don't know. Jake the Garden Snake was saying that the IMS is kind of going downhill. Now he's been into motorcycles a lot longer than I have, so you know, he's been going to the show for years. And he was saying in one of his videos that the show has been kind of going downhill. I guess maybe it used to be bigger. I'll tell you this, there's also the stunt show that the Metal Militia puts on, you know, the dirt bikes jumping the big ramps and everything. Their show was reduced this year as well. It was still the same setup, same ramps and everything, but we caught the 4 o'clock show, and it maybe lasted 10 minutes. Like seriously, I don't know what was up with that. It was awesome though, don't get me wrong. I mean, those guys are freaking amazing with the tricks they can do. And of course for me, the coolest aspect was getting to sit on all these different bikes, you know. That's what I always look forward to going to the motorcycle shows, getting to sit on all these bikes. You know, you're right, they have Z6R for so long, and you always get the itch for a new bike. You don't always get to sit on all the ones you want to sit on, like at a dealership or whatever, so it is pretty cool just to get to sample all the different manufacturers. And of course the other thing about it is, since I didn't bother taking any footage or any pictures or anything, I really got to focus on the bikes this time. Now, I'll tell you something really interesting about sitting on these bikes. Of course, I focused on the sport bikes. I did sit on a couple of nakeds just to feel them out. I just, you know, I'm not really into the upright seating position, as you can tell. You know, I installed clip-ons on this bike. But the naked bikes, most of them, like the Z900 and what have you, they weren't all that much more comfortable seat-wise than, you know, the Super Sports and whatnot. The only advantage you have is the upright seating position. I mean, if you consider that an advantage. But what I really want to talk about is, and this is not really a surprise because it appears as though everybody knows a GSXR is a really comfortable bike. What I found is that all of the sport bikes basically feel the same in the seat. I got to sit on the CBR series. You know, when I say series, all of the manufacturers, I sat on all the different CC sport bikes just to see what they all, if there was any difference between all the feel of all of them. So, like, for example, Honda, I sat on the CBR 600 and I sat on the CBR 1000 double R. To cut to the chase, and before I run out of daylight here, the surprising thing, I guess I had to feel it for myself. The Suzuki, the GSXR, the GSXR is the most comfortable sport bike out of all the major sport bikes. In fact, the GSXR 600 and the GSXR 750 both feel the same, and they are both more comfortable than Hondas and Kawasaki's, and of course Yamahas for that matter. Of course, like the Yamaha R6, it's such an aggressive seating position. But I tell you what, man, the GSXR has a huge fanboy status. A lot of people talk smack about GSXRs. They certainly have their own persona, you know. They're viewed as the squid bike, you know, that they're notorious for being ridden by assholes in Florida with cargo shorts and flip-flops, right? And a freaking wife beater. Which, of course, you know, I'll never understand the squidding thing. For me, it's at-gat. All the gear, all the time. No doubt. Just the way I roll. But if I was going to get a GSXR, it would be a 750. And to be honest with you, the GSXR 750 is on my short list. I don't know when I'll get a new bike, but when I do, it's going to be a Super Sport. And I know this is an FZ6R, but it is an inline 4 600. You cannot argue that. So, being an inline 4 600cc, I don't know that I'd really be satisfied going with the ZX6R. With the R6, maybe, just because of the high RPM punch that they're notorious for having. You know, that would be a new adventure. But for saving going full-on leader bike, along with the expense of that, right? The insurance and the extra maintenance associated with the leader bike, that primarily the insurance, out of this world. But I think a nice compromise would be a 750. And to be honest with you, I kind of wish, like, Yamaha made a 750. And Kawasaki, I wish they made a 750. But I mean, if you can get over the whole fanboy mantra of Suzuki and everything else and just try to appreciate the bike for what it is, I can see myself getting a 750. It wouldn't be a brand new one, you know, it'd probably be like a 2013 or 2014, you know, something freaking affordable. But yeah, so the GSXR 750 is definitely on my short list. Very comfortable bike. Is it that much to ask Kawasaki and Yamaha to just put more of a cushion on their Super Sports? You know, like on the seat? I don't know. I don't know if that's really all the difference. I like to squish the seats with my hands when I walk up to the bikes before I sit on them, and just get a feel for how soft the seat is. And you know what? Suzuki has a softer seat. Physically, it's a softer seat. Now, you couple that comfort along with the performance edge of a 750, and yeah, like I said, man, GSXR 750 on my short list. And besides, we all know that Sub D, Suburban Delinquent, he can't be wrong. But anyways, guys, I am running out of daylight. I have the low light setting on the GoPro, so it probably looks okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. Again, I apologize for not getting any footage or even pictures of anything at the motorcycle show, but at least I was able to tell you about it. It's a good time. It's always a good time. But that's been Half Click Up. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. I might even shoot a vlog tomorrow. We'll see. But until next time, it's been Half Click Up. I'm out.